satisfied. Gifts and presents. Cause right now it's just so temporary. Cause your touch is so affectionate. Long sentimental kisses, it's a blessing. But I can't be the one to say you more than you're gonna miss me. I can't be the one to say you more than you're gonna kiss me. I'm never satisfied every time I leave. How could it be? Cause the only time that we kiss is at the front door. When I come and leave. Never satisfied, just your presence. Cause oftentimes your phone is out and I get jealous, yeah. People ask me why I stick around and I can't tell them what your love does to me like a love drug. You see it's not in your character, but I'm telling you, I can't be the one missing you more than you're gonna miss me. And I can't be the one missing you more than you're gonna kiss me. I'm never satisfied every time I leave. How could it be? It's the only time that we kiss is at the front door. When I come and leave, when I come and leave, when I come and leave, come and leave, when I come and leave. The only time that we kiss is at the front door. When I come and leave. Some say you can learn someone.
All right, you guys. Welcome to the Queenie Galore podcast show, of course. Yes! I'm your host, Queenie, and today I have a special guest with me. Third time.
The Charm.
The Charm.
Mr. Charm, a.k.a. Third, a.k.a. just Trey, whatever you want to call me.
So, yeah. So, Third, tell everybody what we were just currently listening to.
That's a new song I made not too long ago called Come and Leave. Just something I did to really just kind of portray what was going on in my life right then and there.
Okay. So how long have you been singing?
All my life.
Yeah.
That's my mom. She says, you've been singing since you came out the womb.
So are you from like, because I can tell, you grew up in church?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You have that voice.
Growing up straight from church.
Yeah.
Singing in the choir, I think when I was like 3 years old. Started when I was 3 and just never stopped.
Yeah. So what made you want to make this as like a career?
I just noticed I was good at it.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Yeah. I mean, well, people were telling me I was good at it, so I was just like, well, I guess I must be kind of good at it. People saying it. You know, I'm not one to ever really hype myself up. Like, I'm good at it, but people always said I was pretty good at music and hearing, harmonies and hearing certain things, and I just kind of went with it. And it was fun.
So, for those of you who don't know, I can sing as well. He was my vocal coach. Yeah.
Reveal the face. It's me.
He was my vocal coach, you guys. Like, he knows exactly about music, singing, the range, the tone, singing from the diaphragm, how to hold my breath. It was a lot. We had fun. It was very, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good times.
Real good times.
Come back to the studio sometime.
I need to do that. I know. I'm here. So, yeah. So, okay. All right, Third. So, of course, I've gotten a chance to listen to some of your songs. You're really dope with covers.
It just came easy for me.
Yeah.
You don't have to write the words.
Right.
You just figure out some harmonies.
But how are you able to connect it all in one? Because your covers, it can be like 3 different songs that you're singing, but you're connecting it all at once, and it still sounds so good.
It's just I think a combination of just how I learn how to do things. From being in church and being a choir director, I learned how to create harmonies and certain types of feelings there. And then at ACU, I was president of a cappella group, and in that they would just want to sing so many songs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we can't sing all these songs. They're in different keys and all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I know my keys.
You do.
I know how to make harmonies.
Yeah.
So if I take all of these songs they want to sing and put them all in the same key where it sounds similar, put some harmonies to it, that's how I kind of started doing it.
So How long ago has that been? Because you're really good at these covers. When
Yeah.
did you start doing this?
I started doing covers when I feel like 2014.
Yeah.
I started doing that's around the same time I was doing the acapella group as well, and I just started making a bunch of acapella covers, and yeah, and then I just my group I was with was just like, man, these are awesome. You should like do something for YouTube, or whatever. And I just said, well, okay.
Yeah. I love the 2000 medley one. That one was great.
I think that's my most popular.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
That was like was it 6 or 5 different albums? 5
Yeah.
different songs. Because I seen Chris Brown, Casey and JoJo, Neo, Mario, and I think I'm missing one more.
I don't know who else it would be.
I don't. But you put all of that together, and I was like, repeat.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Well, thank you.
You're really good.
That one was probably second toughest to do. That was one that was harder.
Is that like the hardest cover that you've ever had to do?
That's the second hardest one I've ever had to do. The Solange one was the hardest.
Oh, okay. Why?
Well, I was just singing really high the whole time. That falsetto Maxwell sound.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. And I mean, when you're doing it live like that, and you mess up, you don't want to like keep going after the mess up, because it's not going to line up with all your harmonies.
Right.
So you're like, well, you going through and you hit that, 2-minute, 3-minute mark, and you're almost done, and you crack a note, and you're just like, I don't want to keep it. I'm going to start over.
Right.
And so it was hard in just being able to be consistent and get everything right. In that performance mode where you got to get it right in the first take, or it doesn't count.
So what's the easiest for you? Is it easy making music or actually performing it?
I'd say performing it is the easier part, because in performance mode, you've done all the work beforehand. You've done all the practicing. You've done all the mapping out where you want to go, how you want to sing it. Now it's just letting it go, and whatever happens, happens.
Do you ever get nervous?
Every time.
Really?
Every time.
It doesn't sound like it.
What? I mean, it's just
because your voice is so really, it's like awesome. Like your range, your tone. It doesn't sound like you're nervous when you're performing.
It's a natural thing to be nervous. I mean, if you're not nervous as a performer, then you're probably just kind of cocky.
Yeah.
But like when you're nervous, it's just kind of humbling,
Yeah.
It's like I can mess up at any moment.
Yeah.
But you kind of just say to yourself, I've practiced this enough times where I didn't mess up. So, you can't be mad at yourself. If you're practicing and you're messing up every time, and you go on stage and mess up, it's kind of like, I saw it coming.
Right.
But when you kind of practice it enough to know, I know what I'm doing and I'm in my comfort zone, something may happen, and that's what I'm nervous about, but I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah.
That's what I normally do.
Okay, so Trey, where are you from?
Right here in Garner, North Carolina.
You was born and raised?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Born and raised.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you grew up in church?
Grew up in church in Apex.
Yeah.
Went to church every Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
I know what that's like, because I did the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I did the same thing. My mama stayed, like, having us in church. And I was in the gospel choir, Sunshine Band. So, are you tenor or bass?
I'm the one in between.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Baritone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your range. It's the range. Yeah.
So with baritones can do the higher register, but they have that certain peak where it's just like, okay, I can do it, but it doesn't sound as good. It's not as comfortable. But they also have that lower register as well too. But it's also one of those things where you probably should stay away from it, because it's not your forte. It's kind of like they're in the mix of, I can do both, but not very well.
Okay.
As far as range.
I still learn. I learned something new. I know a little bit of music terminology.
Okay.
Just a little something.
Okay.
But baritone. So baritone is like between bass and tenor.
Mm-hmm.
I just always thought it was just you're either bass or you're tenor. I didn't.
Oh no, it's the ones in the middle. Baritone is actually the most common for men, because I guess puberty hits. And they're just like, we don't want to sing high anymore, but we can't really sing low either.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
We're in that middle range.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish. I envy tenors, because tenors, like, they get all the women.
Yeah. Low.
Yeah, I mean, much all pop singers that you hear are like tenors.
Really?
Pretty much.
Because it sounds like they're baritones when I'm listening.
The ones
to
that
it.
are hitting those high notes, like a Chris Brown is a tenor. You know.
You think so? Well, you would know because you know.
I mean, I've sung his songs to myself, and I'm like, I can hit those notes. So
Tenor?
I know he's a tenor. Yeah, he's definitely a tenor.
What about Neo?
Neo's a tenor as well.
Usher.
Usher is a tenor.
Maxwell.
Maxwell's a tenor.
Tenor?
Mm-hmm.
Maxwell?
Mm-hmm.
Like Jennings.
I haven't heard him in a while.
Oh, I was just listening.
He's probably a baritone.
Okay.
I would give him that. He has the falsetto. See, the thing about baritones is we're really good at falsetto.
Oh, okay.
All that stuff. We can do that. I don't know why we can do it, but we just have an easy time doing it. Tenors, for some reason, because they're so used to singing hard chest voice out, they just don't even deal with falsetto like that. They just sing high, because they can sing high. They don't have to kind of falsetto it to the side.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I learned something new. Learn something new, y'all.
Vocal coach. I mean,
vocal coach. I'm telling you.
I'm teaching her. She's supposed to be asking me questions.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that was slick. Okay, so I got a chance to listen to your album, Birthday Vibes. I really enjoy it. People can listen to that anytime. Like, that's just the album to listen to, like, anytime, especially if it's your birthday.
Spotify, Apple Music.
Yep, exactly. So what kind of state of mind were you in creating that album?
This album was actually just a compilation of all the birthdays that I've sung to people. You know, it wasn't really something I had planned. It was really just a thing. I wanted to make an album, and this is like an album from over like a 5 years time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The very first one I did was for a friend, Najee. It was her birthday in 2015, I think it was. That was the first one.
Wow.
And just over the years, some of my friends' birthdays, I just made them birthday songs. And then come 2020, I was like, I have all these birthday songs I never released.
Wow.
And so I just kind of compiled them, and I put a couple singles in there as well.
I know. Sweet Red, Movie.
Movie night, yeah.
Yeah. So what came about with you putting a couple singles on a birthday album?
Yeah, I guess that's what the vibes were.
Okay.
You got your birthdays and then your vibes.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, I guess it should have been called Birthdays with a little bit of vibes. Just a couple of songs up there. I just wanted the audience or the listener to vibe out to, you know, especially Sweet Red.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. Because I actually really, really like the song. I felt like that particular song was like grown and sexy type of song. What kind of state of mind were you in making that?
Believe it or not, Sweet Red took 3 years to write.
Really?
3 years. A friend of mine, Germ on the keys, and this other girl, Sarah. We were just chilling back at my apartment at ECU at the time, drinking not Carolina Red, Carlo Rossi, Sweet Red.
Okay, Sweet Red.
We were drinking it, and we were just vibing out, literally just listening to music. And Germ on the keys is a producer as well, and he played me the Sweet Red beat.
Okay.
At the time, it was just a beat.
Right.
And I was drinking Sweet Red.
And
I just said, Sweet Red, Sweet Red.
Yes.
And then we just always kept doing it back and forth. It was always a joke.
Yeah.
Every time we drank Sweet Red or something. Sweet Red.
That's what I'm going to start. When I'm drinking my red, what's Sweet Red?
There we go. And then he sent me the beat maybe a week after that.
Uh-huh.
In mind, this was like 2016. They sent me the beat then. And I was just slacking off for so long. I knew I wanted to do Sweet Red, but I never knew what I wanted to say in the song. Like, it was like just fun. It was honestly a joke.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else to say. Sweet Red. What can you put with Sweet Red?
That's how dope it is, because it came from a joke to actually a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one day I just sat down and I was like, well, let me kind of think about what I want to say. And, you know, I just went with the tell me your favorite. My favorite
Right.
sweet red.
Right.
I want to make sure I get it right when I bring you your favorite wine. So
Yeah.
I hope it's sweet red because that's what I got.
So cute.
So, you know,
Yeah.
that's kind of how I went about writing it.
Right. Speaking of writing it, you do write your songs.
Absolutely.
He definitely writes. He's
All
really
personal.
good with his pen, you guys. He definitely writes. So my question is, what is the state of mind that, like, what gets you into writing your songs? Like, what type of element that you get in when you do write your songs?
It's never, it's so sporadic and spontaneous. I never like force myself to write. It just comes.
Okay.
I could be anywhere. I could be just literally chilling in this room watching some anime. I could be driving on my way to work. You know, I work in Fayetteville, so it's like
Right.
50-minute drive, and something will just come to me. I'm like, oh man,
Wow.
I gotta sing that. I have so many audio recordings in my phone of me just singing simple tunes.
Yeah.
And then I come back to them, you know, that night, and I make it into a song. Then, but it always starts out as just a simple idea, and then it just goes.
That's
and
talent.
It doesn't stop. Yeah.
Trey, that is talent. Pure
Thank
talent.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes, it's flowing, but when that what do they call it, the well runs dry, then I'm just like, man.
So have you ever? So have you? Okay, there we go. So have you ever? I take it that you have had a writer's blockage before.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Me and my best friend X, we've kind of got in kind of arguments about it. It was times where we would like make music and he just writes really fast. He can write a song so fast. But me on the other hand, like I said, I'm just kind of sporadic with mine. So we would be making a song and I could not like get it together.
Yeah.
Like and all he really wanted was a hook sometimes. And I could not think of it. I would make stuff up and I just like, no, it's not right. No, it's not right. And sometimes for him it's like, man, it's fine, just record it. But me, I'm so picky with how I write and what I want to say as an artist. So if I don't like it, I'm definitely not going to do it. So yeah, we were getting a lot of arguments and things like, just write the song, just do the song. And we at one point we just stopped doing music together.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it was just such a kind of clash about how we write. You write so fast, and me, I struggle to put words on the paper sometimes.
Right.
And but like I said, when it comes, it's there.
It's there.
It just takes time with me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but fortunately, because when it's there, it's real. It's real. Like, everything I say is so real and personal to me. All my songs are super personal.
And then you can hear it when you sing it. You definitely can hear. You know, like some singers, they're like, oh, they're just singing. There's no emotion behind what they're singing. But when I listen to you, I can hear the emotion behind what you're singing. Yeah. So how are you and your best friend was able to reconnect back to working together?
Oh boy. How did we do it? I kind of just well, I think it was more so him. He's an initiator.
Okay. Yeah.
And he won't ever mention this, but he always needs me. End of the day, X, you need me. Yeah, so he always, man, you know how like say a couple's fighting or something, and then like at the end of the fight, the guy just goes out and be like, I'm gonna get something to eat. You want something?
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, I want something. Right. And then he just back to normal.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
He, just hit me up, be like, hey man, I need a key to this song, because like he records, but he doesn't like no keys that well.
Right, that's where you come in.
That's where I come in. I'm like, oh, man, that's such and such and such.
Yeah.
It takes 10 seconds.
Right.
And then we'll just get to talk about music or anime. We both love anime, just old school Dragon Ball Z, Naruto.
Oh yeah, I love Dragon Ball Z.
I could go all day long. Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh yeah.
What?
I grew up watching that Saturday morning
yes,
cartoon.
Exactly.
With a bowl of cereal.
Yeah. Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon is still going.
It really?
I'm like, what is left?
I know, man.
What is the story?
What was on Netflix?
Avatar, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got all the DVDs for that.
You do?
Shoot. I was buying them as the show was actually coming out.
When did the show actually come out, though? When was that? Because we had to be like kids when the show came out.
I want to say like 20... 08?
I think so. I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Every Saturday morning.
Yeah, waiting for the new episode.
Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time. Remember?
I'm telling you.
Those were good shows, man.
This is a real one here.
Yeah.
She knows about Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime.
Yep. I know just
you.
a little.
See.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
wow.
So, who are your top 3 favorite artists of all time?
Oh God, I was fearing this question. Of all time?
Or do you want to start with genres? Well, you sing. What do you categorize yourself as? Or do you categorize yourself?
I try not to.
Okay.
Because then, if you categorize yourself, people want to hear that every time. And
Okay.
You can't do anything different.
Right.
They're just gonna look at you funny and be like,
Right.
"This is not what we paid for."
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm a singer. I'm an artist at the end of the day, and I am a entrepreneur of my voice.
Ooh, you better say that. Try you say it again.
I'm an entrepreneur of my voice, because I could go to a church and sing gospel and play. I could get hired for an opera gig and go sing in an opera.
I see that.
Yeah. I could go to a nightclub and sing some old school R&B stuff. You know, nightlife. I just.
You do it all.
Yeah, I don't want to say that.
No, you do it.
I don't do it all.
He's humble. He's a very humble person. You do it all.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. You know, it's two sides of me.
Okay.
That's a part of the name, I think.
Yeah.
You know, third is the humble.
There
part.
we go. Okay.
But Charm gonna say what he wants to say. And he gonna say it for a reason.
Okay.
Charm wants something.
You know what? You know what's crazy? Because I was gonna ask you. That was my next question. How did you get the name Third?
Well,
Third the Charm.
Part of it is just my name. I'm Trey. My actual government name is William Scarborough III.
Okay, makes sense.
So I'm definitely the third, and that third just comes from a generational thing.
Okay.
Of being a Scarborough and a gentleman.
Okay,
You know.
Y'all better take notes.
Chivalry, it's not dead. It's not dead.
Y'all better take notes.
But yeah, that comes from my family, and
Okay.
honoring them and honoring the legacy that my grandfather set for myself as a musician. He was a musician.
Okay.
He played guitar and sung. My dad plays guitar and sings and piano as well.
Yeah, I knew it had to be generational.
Yeah.
Because you are too dope.
That's the
It
gentleman.
runs in your family. Yeah.
That's the gentleman side of things.
Okay.
And I wanted to segue into something that kind of meant a little bit more. And when I came up with Third Time's the Charm, it's literally just a saying that means keep going. To keep going, and hopefully this time it's a little bit better than before. So it's just really me trying to top what my father and my grandfather did before me.
That is so dope.
Yeah.
That's very inspirational.
It is.
Very.
And like I said, the charm, you know, third is the gentleman, but the charm is where you get like the sweet red and that stuff like that. That's where he says what he wants to say, and you know, he ain't gonna let nobody else sway him from what he got to say. So that's me.
That's
Third
dope.
time's the charm.
I like it. So back to the question that I asked previously.
The artist?
Yes, sir. Because I know you know your stuff.
Artists? See, I gotta ask this: is it artists or singers? Because there's a difference. There's a difference. There's some really great artists that aren't great singers.
Okay, so before you answer that question, differentiate the two, artists and singers. What's the difference to you?
Singers, I mean, their voice is so distinct, and their voice is really a personality. You know that when you hear it just you're in tune with it live. Like none of like the recorded. Like that's really what it comes down to, just recording. That recorded capability of being able to go back and do stuff over and over and over and over again. That's the artist, where they can eventually get it right. But with singers, you'll hear them in a live setting like a Whitney Houston singing the Star Spangled Banner, one of the greatest live performances of all time, and it's no way you could like try to top that.
Right.
And it's just her voice. It's those voices out there that just when you hear them, it's so distinct in their capabilities and what they're capable of doing that it's just unmatched.
Remarkable.
You can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
But artists, I mean, it's just those things you can record, you know, and it sounds good, it sounds great, but it's just a little bit different.
It definitely is. So back to.
I'm trying to skip the question.
We're going back. We're going back because I had one artist in mind in the middle of you saying that.
Okay.
So Jasmine Sullivan would be a singer.
I just listened to her album.
What?
Crazy.
She was in a different bag on that album. You hear me?
Crazy. I mean, I've always loved her voice.
Me too.
What song was it? It was the "I'm in Love with Another Man." When I first heard her in a Tyler Perry movie, I was literally in the theater, like about to start crying because I was like, I hate this song. I hate it. She's literally saying she's in love with a whole another man.
But the passion behind it, like you can tell that she has actually went through that.
And she does her runs. Her runs
sounds
the
way
like
she hit the scale.
It's like she's like crying to me. It's like,
but it's so natural for her.
Yeah, I know.
It is so natural for her.
They thought I had a whole run challenge by her. You know.
Yeah, they had a run challenge.
Yeah, just her run. Don't ask me to do that.
Trey,
that's out of my league.
Trey, please.
I promise you, it's out of my league.
You can't hit runs?
I can do runs.
Because I've heard some runs.
I can do runs, but not Jasmine Sullivan level.
Yo, Jasmine
she just keep
Sullivan
on running.
Is a different.
She just keep on running.
She put chills. She gives me chills.
I might do a light jog. She just running the whole sprint out here.
Man,
like, you just go on. I'll meet up with you later. All right. She out here flash over here.
Yo, she gives me chills. I used to hear her. We would clean up Saturday mornings I'm from Greensboro, so they used to play 102 Jams back in the day. Couldn't wait to hear Need You Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Man, yeah.
That was like her first song.
Yeah, she's been in the game for so long, and she's just now getting the recognition. But, hey.
Oh, she gets a Grammy.
Yeah, she did really good on Hoxtails. That was a great album. Great body of work. Back to you. And back to the question, because you got to answer the question for me, Dre. Like,
are we going? So it's of all time.
Not of all times.
Male and female together.
Yeah, because that's gonna take too long. We'll be on here forever talking about which.
Honestly, I mean, my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Not who's the best.
Okay.
None of that.
Who do you listen to?
Who do I listen to on a regular?
Let's switch. Let's change it then. Who's your go-to? Who's on your playlist?
I don't know what it is about her voice, but Jhené Aiko.
Yeah, it's soothing.
It's just one of those voices I could listen to at any time of the day. Morning, at lunch, on the ride home, at night. And it's not even like her most popular songs. It's just something about her voice. Like, she's just a singer, and artist. I mean, I want to give her credit as an artist, but like when you hear her voice, you know it's her.
Yeah. Distinct.
You know it's her. And she's not like one of those, Whitney Houston's that could blow out arenas with her voice. Right. She's not a powerhouse or anything like that.
Mellow.
And and that's what I respect about it, because there's not enough of those anymore. Well, I think you said about powerhouses too, but with hers, I feel like she brought like a new vibe to R&B again, where you were able to sing. It hadn't been heard from, I feel like, since like Brandy, Aaliyah, that type of smooth, softer sound, rock the boat type of vibe that she kind of brought back for a while. And I feel like a lot of female vocalists are trying to kind of replicate that sound again.
That's true.
I've heard a lot of people that have that kind of silent, kind of smooth Jhené Aiko. I love her voice. So that's definitely one. That's a true singer for you, I feel like. And she can do runs too.
She can.
She can definitely do runs. She can. She's versatile.
What about her?
Her is another one.
Yeah.
I could listen to her live all day.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
I like her music. It's just like when I listen to her live, it's just difference.
Mm.
Maybe she just gives a lot more in her live stuff, but definitely she's someone I know when I hear that's her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I still put Janae above her, but
Do you?
yeah, I mean, just as my preference. My preference. See, I'm not saying that anyone is better or anything.
Yeah.
Just a preference of who
Right.
I go to and who I'm on my phone. I don't want to hear her song today.
Makes sense.
All day.
Yeah.
Favorite. I'm gonna have to put him in this because that's just who I grew up listening to since like '07. The Dream.
Oh, see, yeah.
He
doesn't get a lot of recognition as he deserves, unless if it's dealing with him producing.
Right.
But singing, he did, yeah.
That's the thing about The Dream. The Dream isn't like a singer. Like when you hear his voice, it's like, oh my God, The Dream.
Yeah.
But he's just one of those artists, timeless artists. I feel like that can write and produce and make anything for anybody at any era.
Yeah.
He can write a Prince song right now.
Yeah.
His
production skill is unmatched.
Yeah, I mean, actress ask Beyonce. A lot of her hits are produced
by
Dream.
Mariah Carey, another one too. Yeah.
A lot. I mean, that's just one of my favorites. His music, personally, he got me into like writing a darker style of R&B.
In what way? Can you elaborate on it? When you say darker style, what does that mean?
So going into like a darker style, he wrote his second album, Love versus Money.
I remember that album. I used to play that album out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love versus Money. That had what? Tell me when they know about my love.
Or
Rocking that thing.
Or baby girl.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit of darker, but he had those dark songs up there too, with like Nicki. Oh no, Nicki was his first album. But
I remember that. I used to love that song too.
Yeah, just like album. Those really, really personal, like I hate you R&Bs, but I still love you, and like this is like killing me, but I still want it to work.
But the beat behind the instrumentals and the beat behind it, is that what you mean when you say darker?
Yeah, so the instrumentation, definitely.
Okay.
Those dark synth sounds.
Yeah, okay.
Dark synth sounds. And then just his lyrics in general would be, kind of in the darker realm of like, he would just be heartbroken, like straight up heartbroken. But it was cool to hear with the instrumentation.
Right.
Because that's honestly what R&B is supposed to be. Rhythm and blues. Blues is sad. But it can be, you can change it and flip it, make it happy. I guess that's where soul comes from. Soul is more the happy vibes from it. But R&B originally was that, blues of like, I hope she don't leave me, my baby done left me alone, that old school blues. And that's what I feel like Dream really brought back, is that just super sad, melancholy vibe of, okay, this beat is still rocking, but I'm over here telling you, like,
I'm sad.
I'm really like, I don't know how I'm gonna live like without this woman in my life. Like she took everything from me. She's with a whole nother man now, and like in Love versus Money, his whole thing was that he's making a lot of money now, so he thought he could keep the girl, but in reality, love is gonna be the winner at the end of the day.
Oversteps everything.
Yeah,
that's the drug.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know that hurt. Dang, this dude over here is just working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But I'm a millionaire over here, and I still can't get you. So
that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
So love won, So that
great analogy, Trey.
Yeah.
Great analogy, man. That's crazy.
I love you, old girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but The Dream, that's one of my favorites. I listen to all his music. He just dropped another album, I think, last year. It was like 40 songs on the album.
Did you listen to all 40?
I listened to all of them.
All 40?
Took me a while.
Yeah, of course.
I skimmed through it first and just picked my favorites, and then I kind of just went back and listened to the ones I didn't listen to before.
Wow,
but
to
amazing.
Internalize.
Yeah, amazing production.
I'm sure he's an amazing producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it all. Okay, so I don't want to call you a real name, but I think I done called your real name.
Trey.
Trey.
Charm.
Yeah, Trey, third.
Whatever.
Both,
You know.
Yeah, so tell everybody where they can actually go and stream your music.
Oh, you can stream it anywhere. Main three though are Apple Music, definitely, Spotify, and it's on YouTube as well if you don't have streaming services.
Yep.
Just YouTube, Third Time's the Charm. All my birthday songs are up there in order. If you just want to go down the list, just like a regular album, you can go there as well and find them. They're not on my actual page, but if you just Google, or not Google, but search my name, they'll come up as well. Third Time's the Charm. Trey Scarborough, if you Google that, you'll go to my immediate page. So it's two different ones. If you want to.
So are we expecting any upcoming music?
Absolutely. I'm
There
going
you go.
to be working with a producer actually soon. So the thing with me is I'm in the, I guess, I'm in the moment of rebranding myself.
Okay, that makes sense.
Rebranding who, I mean, I'm still the same person, Third Time's a Charm, but I'm definitely getting together just my promo pack now and how I want to market myself. I'm starting to dabble in that, and I feel like that was the missing key this whole time. And if I really go hard on it, I feel like something will really happen for me.
Somebody gonna sign.
I hope so. And that's
somebody gonna sign him.
That's what
you
I'm
need
doing.
to be signed. You should have been signed.
Well, thank you. Y'all
Really?
heard it. I should have been signed.
Should have been.
Somebody wasn't doing their job. It ain't ours. Def Jam, The Dream over here. I'm trying to get signed to Radio Killer Records out here.
You better manifest. You better let them know.
Sony Records, what's up? I mean,
listen.
Please, I produce my own stuff.
He
produced,
right? Got his equipment in. All of his equipment is in here.
I'm telling you.
Y'all better know real talent.
I'm getting that together. I'm working on. I'll let you hear a couple of them now. But
yes.
I got about 7 songs right now. I'm just now finishing up. I'll probably add a couple more. And the producer I'm working with is actually going to be mixing and mastering for me. I mix and master pretty well, but I feel like it needs just that extra ear to hear.
Yeah.
So everything's going to sound nice and crisp with him.
Great.
And this is the first time I'm doing anything like that. Normally, like I said, produce, mix, master.
You've done it by yourself.
Yeah. But now, got a little money, so I can, kind of invest in myself a little bit.
That's how you
just
do it.
A little bit. Not like you, of course.
Don't even. Don't you dare. Don't you even try. Don't even.
Just balling out here.
Don't even. Mm-hmm. Well, Trey, I really appreciate you for, being a part of, my podcast and wanting to do this interview.
Well, thank you.
No, I had to definitely get you on because you're definitely talented.
Yes, I had to beg y'all.
No, don't even say that.
Please just put me on your show.
He's a clown, y'all.
I definitely appreciate you having me, though.
Of course.
It's good seeing you.
You too. It's been a long time, man.
Absolutely.
We on the grind and.
See, one of these record labels signed me. We all going on tour.
That's get a feature on your song.
You gotta start singing.
When I start singing again. Right.
Can't sing with dust.
All right, well, you guys, thank you for tuning in on my show. Make sure that you do go and subscribe. Also, where can they find you on social media? Social media is
so it's Third Time's the Charm. It's like the Roman numeral I X the Charm. Third Time's the Charm. That's me everywhere.
Everywhere, you guys. So just make sure you go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go on my IG, follow me on Queenie _ Galore, and make sure you go and check my friend out because he's super, super dope and super talented, and you won't be disappointed. And it's real R&B. Real. All right. Bye.